How you doing? Ow! Welcome back, guys. I'm so glad to have you all here. It is a very, very nice day. It's been so hot this weekend. I think I want to hop on the grill. So I'm gonna hop on the grill, okay? What is the spring and summer without grilled food? Whack. That's what it is. You can't go wrong with grilled food. You cannot go wrong with grilled food unless it's burnt. But even when it's burnt, most of the time it's still good. I'm gonna show y'all this recipe that I had in my dreams. I didn't make it up because I got like a idea recipe from someone else. So I'm gonna just add my own flair to it. Before we go any further, you already know what I need from you. Please and thank you. Go like this video. Make sure you drop a comment under this video. And make sure you subscribe to my channel. Those 3 imperative steps will allow this channel to continue to keep dropping that bomb content that y'all know y'all love. Even if only 15 people is watching it, I'm still gonna drop episodes. I'm going to be making this sauce from scratch because I just like doing things from scratch just to see and test my limits. Like, can I do this for real? I want to make the pineapple chili sauce from scratch. I got a recipe idea from a couple of different websites. But anyway, it is time. Make sure that y'all have y'all notepads, y'all pens, y'all pencils, markers, Sharpies, sticky notes, notebooks, note app, all that good stuff. Have it ready to take notes because we are about to lock in, clock in. Are you ready? Okay. Let's go! Alrighty, y'all. So we're gonna start with our pineapple. I got this pineapple, and it's nice and ripe, I think, ready to be sliced and diced. And I want to say, like, the more yellow it is means the more juicy it'll be. If you don't know how to cut a pineapple, now is really the time to take note. On a stable cutting board, you go to the top, slice a good generous piece off the top as well as the bottom, and then you stand it upright and you basically just trim all of the pineapple skin off of the side. Now, I should have kept these. I could have made some tea or something with them, but I thought about it too late, and you don't have to. I mean, you can use them for garnish or something. I don't know, but yeah, just make sure that you get all of the skin off, and then you're gonna go in and just slice the chunks of meat. Not meat, but y'all know what I'm talking about. The flesh part, and you're gonna just trim that off of the core. And then I didn't use all of that I just cut before this. I'm eating that. Like, that's gone already. This little trimming that I'm doing off of the core, and then that last little thick piece, that's how much I used for this recipe. It ended up making about half a cup, maybe a little bit less, but you know, you can adjust it based off of how much you want to make. So anyway, I put my pineapple in a blender, and then I have 3 of the finest habanero peppers that I have cleaned off, and I'm gonna chop them to the best of my ability. I don't really know how to chop a pepper this small, so I'm just improvising. You know, do as you wish. Also, it's gonna also get blended, so it doesn't have to be like perfect or tiny pieces or nothing. First note of dealing with peppers is to make sure you always wear your gloves. It doesn't matter how spicy you think the pepper is or is not. Just make sure you're wearing them gloves. Protect yourself. And then note number 2, you don't need this many peppers. Okay? I overdid it, like, real bad. You probably only need 1, because my spice tolerance is not that high. So I truly should have just kept it at 1 pepper. But we're here now. Of course, you can put however many peppers that you feel like you need. So don't feel pressured. So I blended those 2 in my blender on a level 2 or a chop. This is just so that I could pulverize my pineapple and get those juices flowing, and then also chop up and blend those peppers into that mixture. The more peppers that you add, you also want to make sure that you add that much more pineapple, just so that those spicy and sweet notes can kind of complement each other a little bit better. So out of that mixture, I have a cup of pineapple juice. And now I'm going to prep the rest of my ingredients for the sauce. I cut up some garlic, minced that up real good. Don't talk about my chopping skills. I don't have a garlic press. I think that roasted garlic would be really good. Like if I made this again, I would use roasted garlic. And then also, whether I'm using roasted garlic or not, I would saute my garlic before I put any other ingredients in the pan. So once that garlic has been sauteed, I would pour this pineapple mixture and let it kind of just sit for a few. I don't know, it's just something about adding the garlic post mixture. It just didn't really cook like I wanted it to, but I let it sit for about 3 minutes, and then I went in with probably about a tablespoon of soy sauce. I don't know how much honey that was, but I mean, you do what feels right to your spirit. And then I also went in with some apple cider vinegar for a bit of a tang. I did not season this aside from a little bit of salt for taste, but I also added a cornstarch slurry to thicken it up before I let it simmer. If you wanted to add seasonings, you could whisk them in before you let it simmer. And then I let mine simmer for about 10 minutes on like a low heat until it thickened up, and then I moved it off of the eye to cool down. So I used this sauce on some shrimp that I threw on the grill. It can go on anything, I think. Like, I really believe that this is one of those complex universal tastes that it kind of just pairs well with salty things. So I would have threw it on some chicken. I could have also threw it on some salmon that I've also put on the grill. But it's just whatever you feel like being a little bit frisky and different with. I seasoned my shrimp with some garlic powder, onion powder, chili powder, and then black pepper. I don't know if I used salt or not, but I think I used a little bit of cayenne. That was not necessary. That sauce was spicy enough. You don't need no cayenne, okay? Trust me on that. So once I could tell that my sauce was doing a little bubble sizzle and it was thickening up pretty nice, I went ahead and cut that eye off. Even when the eye was off, I was still stirring it to make sure that it didn't stick to the pan, even though it was still gonna set pretty thick. Okay, so we're getting to the grilling. Don't talk about my grill. She might not be cute, but she get the work done. Okay, that's all that matters. This grill has seen so many seasons. Like, this grill has been through a lot. So I'm probably not the person you should be getting grilling advice from. I don't say that I don't know how, but I'm not the best. You know, I don't do this for a living. I do it on occasion. So it's probably just going to be as you thought. Very, very basic, but it's good. You know, I can tell you what I know. Okay, so I have a charcoal grill. I put the charcoal where the charcoal goes. I probably didn't need that much lighter fluid, but that's all right because at least we know it's gonna light. Okay, so these are also instant lighting coals, so that's why it looked like they kind of just blew up. It looked like I used too much lighter fluid, but I promise I didn't. I should have closed it here and let the hood get hot and all that stuff, but I didn't. I left it open because that flame was too high and I didn't want to burn myself. If you go back and look in the grill, that was onion peels and layers that I had dropped in there with the charcoal. I saw somebody on TikTok say you can clean your grill with onion, and so I did that along with the grill scraper just so that I could have some of that flavor. You know, I don't like onions, but I could tolerate onion flavor on certain stuff. So here I am putting the shrimps on a skewer. I only had a few just because, like I said, I was putting other stuff on the grill, and I just needed a little one too, a little appetizer, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know I gotta have my garnish because I got company around. I love a good piece of fruit as a garnish, like especially if it's grilled. Like, that's so aesthetically pleasing. Yes. Okay, so once my coals burnt up, my grill's hot, everything's ready. I did spray my grill with some non-stick spray because I'm trying to eat my food, not the grill. So I dropped those on there and I let them do their thing. I closed the hood for probably about 5 minutes. Y'all know shrimp don't take that long to cook. So I did like a little 5 minutes on one side, and then I checked them to see what they look like. I didn't want them to be too burnt initially because I wanted to flip them again. So I made sure they weren't too dark, and then I flipped them over, made sure that that side was cooked. And then once I could tell that they were kind of like cooked all the way through and they had a little bit of color to them, I went ahead and I brushed them with my sauce. I know I have a grill brush somewhere, but I don't know where it was at this point in time, so I just used my silicone spatula brush and it worked just fine. So I did a generous drizzle on both sides of the shrimp, and then I made sure that I flipped them so that the sauce could caramelize a little bit. Ooh, y'all, look at that. Ooh! Oh my gosh, they were so good. And need I say more? Like, I just feel like the proof is in the pudding. The support is in the shrimp. Okay? It's here. Just like summertime is here. If you don't know how to grill by the summertime, y'all, something ain't right. Y'all need to hop on that grill. Do a little trial and error and get y'all some chicken legs or something. And just throw them on there and see how they turn out. You always learn by failing first. So anyway, this is what my shrimpies look like. They a little black, but that's how I like them. So I didn't come on here today to tell y'all no stories or nothing. I just came to show y'all my food because I cooked. Okay? I grilled. And it's delicious. First of all, that grilled pineapple didn't do nothing for me, but this shrimp, like the sauce itself, of course it's hella spicy, right? But the pineapple and the seasoning of the actual shrimp, bro, it just works. It's impeccable. I can't even really explain it. It's just something you gotta try. Y'all test this recipe out and let me know what you think in the comments. Before you go, make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see y'all next week. Bye.